Throughout my life, I've given thousands of golf lessons. And one of the big questions I always get asked is, James, how do I stop slicing my driver yet pulling my irons? So in this video, I'm going to show you, and I'm going to do it now. Hi everyone, my name's James Robinson and welcome to this YouTube channel. In today's video, I'm going to show you how to stop slicing your driver over to the right and also hitting that horrible pull to the left with your irons. So guys, there's a few things that you need to know about a driver swing in order not to hit a slice. Now this could be something mega simple. It could even be something to do with your driver setup. So first of all, it's mega important that you're using the correct driver for you. You're using the right lofted driver, you're using the right shaft, you're using the right driver with the right lie angle to make sure you're not leaving that face open, to make sure you're not ballooning that ball out to the right hand side. It's also important to know the difference between a slice and the difference between a block, because they are two totally different things with two totally different swing floors that go the same place. So guys, make sure you do get that right. If you are hitting a block, this video won't be for you, but there will be a video coming on that, because generally if you block your driver, you'll probably block your irons as well. So the first thing you want to do with your driver is make sure your ball position is correct. I want it just on the left big toe at the front of the stance, and that allows the driver face time to square up to your target. If that ball's too far back, if it's in the middle of the stance, you won't have time to square the driver face up. The face will be left open, and that's going to help promote that dreaded slice that you are trying to get rid of. Also, by having the ball at the front of the stance, that's going to promote a swing path that comes a little bit more out to in. It's going to promote getting the club as far away as possible from that over-the-top action, which you've probably heard so much about. And speaking of over-the-top action, that is what could potentially cause the pull with the irons and the slice with the driver. And if it's that bad, a couple of shanks along the way as well. So make sure you stay tuned to this video right till the end and we can talk about that. So one of the biggest things that I see in high handicap golf and mid handicap golf is an over-the-top downswing. Now that looks a little bit like this, and it gives you a ball flight for 8, a little bit like that. And you'll probably lose, I've just lost a brand new tailor-made ball there, and you might end up losing quite a few golf balls along the way, as well as gaining some shots to your scorecard. Now, how do I battle that? How do I stop doing that primarily with the driver first? You've got a couple of options. Now, ideally what we want is from the top of the backswing, that shaft to feel as though it's a little bit flatter on the way down. It comes a little bit more from the inside. From there, you can turn your body onto it. The club face will be nice and square. And because the club's coming from the inside, you'll either hit a nice baby draw, or hopefully what we all dream of, a straight drive. Now, as I said, a great way of doing this is feeling as though the shaft flattens on the way down. So you almost feel like your hands are working closer to your body and that shaft is going this way as opposed to getting steeper this way. A steep shaft angle is going to lead to the club coming over the top and producing an out to in swing path, which generally with an open face, because the driver doesn't have that much loft on it, which is the huge difference between the driver and the iron, hence you pull your irons and slice your driver, will promote a massive slice, like that one. And it gives you a ball flight for 8, a little bit like that. So that's quite a simple way of feeling a different downswing thought into a different release to stop you slicing the golf ball. Now really what we're trying to do is improve your sequencing in the downswing. We're trying to get your downswing to start with your lower body, finish with your upper body, and eventually get club on ball. Now what I see so often when people slice the driver is they'll get into a nice position at the top of the backswing and they'll start the downswing with the upper body. They'll start it with the shoulders, start it with the chest. You'll see that gets the shaft in a steep position there like we spoke about earlier. If I start this downswing with my hips and then my torso and then my shoulders, you'll see that club's been delivered to the ball a lot more neutrally, hopefully to help you hit straighter drives. So let's have a go. Right. Teed up nice and high, ball position on the left foot, and we're going to hit a nice straight drive by getting that lower half working. Oh yeah. See, it works. That was fantastic. Oh, right. That's why you slice your driver, and that's how to stop it. But now, how do I stop that low, horrible pull with my irons? I told you to stay tuned. We'll talk about shanking it as well. Let's get down there. Guys, just a real quick one before we do touch on how to stop pulling your irons. If you have found this video helpful, if you have enjoyed it, by all means hit that subscribe button below so you don't miss any future content. And also leave us a like and share this with all your friends if they struggle with that as well. Or if you want them to stay bad, maybe don't share it. But still leave us a like. Right, irons. So you've busted your drive down there, you've not come over the top of it, and you've not hit a horrible slice. How do I not hit that horrible low pull? You see, it's a very similar thing. If I have a mid-iron in my hands and there's more loft, generally my swing technique is going to be similar. I'm still going to come this way, but because there's plenty of loft on that club, I don't feel the need to try and help it in the air. Of those thousands of golf lessons that I mentioned earlier, so many of the golfers said, well, I'm okay really with my pitching wedge, my 9 iron, my 8 iron. They're the ones that pull, but then I slice my long irons just like I do my driver. You see, that's because you generally leave the face open to give it more loft, to get it up into the air, but because you come over the top, or because you swing from outside to in, that's why you get the slice with the long irons and the hybrids as well. So with the short irons, I'm going to feel more of the same, but I'm also going to feel like I square that club face up. I'm also going to feel like I get the handle forward at address, so I get ball then turf contact. The last thing I'm going to try and do with an iron is pick it off the surface, just because you'll see there, that points the loft left. So you can hit a high pull, you can hit a low pull. Basically, you're not going to find your target. With this 8 iron, I'm going to feel as though I get to the top of my backswing. I once again lead with the hips, I lead with the legs. From there, the torso gets down onto the ball, and from there, I square the body up, and generally, that should leave me in a miles better position to square the face up, to have a nice neutral swing path, and to hit a nice straight iron shot to the flag. Now, if you come over the top way too much, that's when you start to introduce the hosel to the ball. That's when you can shank it, like we mentioned earlier. So if you are shanking it quite badly, it can be a horrible place to be. Don't worry, we've all been there. But just make sure from now on, you feel like you get that sequencing better on the downswing, and from there, you can hit nice, high, straight iron shots. Guys, I'm James Robinson. Thank you so much for watching. I really hope that has helped you stop slicing your driver, stop pulling your irons, and I'm going to get out the rain. So I'll see you tomorrow. Bye.